The Sopranos didn't just change TV, it redefined it forever. Before Breaking Bad, before Game of Thrones, there was Tony Soprano, a mob boss so real, audiences forgot they were watching fiction. James Gandolfini's performance was so intense, he sometimes hit himself before takes just to get into character. The result? A series that won 21 Emmys, 5 Golden Globes, and gave us one of the most shocking, debated endings in TV history. But what made The Sopranos the greatest show of all time? Was it the writing, the performances, or the way it forced us to question morality itself? Let's dive into the secrets, the legacy, and the impact of the show that started TV's golden age. In the late 1990s, television wasn't where prestige lived. Film was for art, TV was for sitcoms, soap operas, and quick entertainment. Then came David Chase, a writer and producer who wanted to create something different, a crime drama, but also a psychological study, a mob boss and who suffered from panic attacks. When The Sopranos premiered on HBO in 1999, no one had ever seen anything like it. It wasn't just a mafia story, it was Shakespeare in New Jersey. Power, family, loyalty, betrayal, all told with brutal honesty and dark humor. Characters' performances. At the heart was James Gandolfini as Tony Soprano, a character so layered, he became the blueprint for every anti-hero that followed. Tony was violent, cruel, yet deeply human. He could order a murder in one scene and struggle to connect with his daughter in the next. Edie Falco as Carmela, torn between morality and luxury. Lorraine Bracco as Dr. Melfi, the therapist trying to untangle Tony's mind. And an ensemble cast, Christopher, Silvio, Paulie, each unforgettable in their own way. Together, they created not just a show, but a universe where the line between good and evil blurred with every episode. Themes. Writing. What set The Sopranos apart wasn't just the mob violence, it was the writing. Every episode explored themes far beyond crime, family, identity, the American dream, and the slow collapse of morality. It forced us to ask, can a man be both a loving father and a ruthless killer? Do we root for Tony or against him? This complexity gave birth to the modern golden age of TV, inspiring shows like Breaking Bad, Mad Men, and The Wire. Without Tony Soprano, there might never have been Walter White or Don Draper. Legacy. Impact. Over 6 seasons, The Sopranos changed television forever. It proved that TV could be art, that long-form storytelling could rival cinema. Critics hailed it as the greatest series ever made. Viewers were captivated by its mix of raw violence and dark comedy. And Hollywood took notice. Suddenly, the best writers and actors wanted to work in television. Its influence is everywhere. The rise of anti-heroes, the shift to darker, complex storytelling, the binge-worthy TV era. The Sopranos lit the match. And then, there's the ending. June 10th, 2007. Millions watched as Tony Soprano sat with his family at a diner. Journey's Don't Stop Believin' played. The tension built. A man walked in. The doorbell rang. Tony looked up, and the screen cut to black. No music, no closure, just silence. Some believed Tony was killed. Others thought life simply went on. David Chase, the creator, has never given a straight answer. But maybe that's the point. Life doesn't end with answers. It ends in a moment. That final cut to black became one of the most debated endings in TV history, and it cemented The Sopranos as more than just a show. It became a cultural myth. From its groundbreaking storytelling to its haunting finale, The Sopranos wasn't just television, it was a revolution, a story about family, crime, and the American dream, told through the eyes of a mob boss who felt all too human. That's why, even today, The Sopranos isn't just remembered, it's worshipped, because television was never the same again.